Guys, and welcome back to my channel Buzz About Cricket. My name is Andy Buzzer, and today's drill is for all the bowlers out there who are getting bored of just running in trying to hit one cone and thinking that's the best way to train when it comes to target practice. Now, if you're looking for a new exciting way to not only compete against yourself but actually think a little bit differently about your bowling loads and what areas you should be bowling, this is a great drill for you. If you're new to my channel, please press that like button, please do subscribe, and if you've got any feedback, as always, put a comment below. Let's get going. Okay, so target bowling isn't a new concept. Traditionally, it's just a big square that you put onto the pitch and you run in and you're trying to hit over and over and over again over a set period of time. The reality is, after 2-3 overs of doing this, the mind starts to wander, the challenge isn't there, it becomes boring, and we're not actually training with purpose. I like to do something called reverse pitch mapping. Now what this is asking the bowler in a set spell where would they be happy the ball to be pitching over in a length period of time. Traditionally what you see is a long thin line of cones that they put down, and after a spell they're saying they're happy bowling a decent line or length outside off stump or at the stumps itself. I then ask that bowler, okay, you've got 4 overs or 5 overs to go and hit as many cones as we possibly can. After that time, I'll ask the question, can we make this easier? How can we hit more cones? How can we get rid of more cones? Traditionally, again, the bowlers will come in and they will actually make that target slightly smaller. So they'll clump the cones together and make a smaller target to hit. Now this exercise is hitting the bowler in 2 ways. Number one, to make it easier for themselves, they're making their target smaller. But also as the length goes on in this exercise, they become tireder. So every time their success comes up, the task becomes harder. And the longer we're doing this, they're becoming more fatigued. After another 2 overs of bowling and trying to hit a smaller area, we'll ask the question again, how can we make this a little bit easier? Again, the bowler will try and collect the cones and put them into a smaller target area, making the task itself harder, even though that they are now more fatigued. The concept of aiming small and missing small and gaining big is something that I'm huge on. If we're looking at one specific tiny area to try and hit and we miss that from a small amount, we're still going to be landing that ball within a good line and length. When we're down to maybe 2, 3, 4 cones left, the target itself is so small and the bowler itself is very tired, I like to put a caveat in. I'll say 12 balls left, 18 balls left. This is going to focus that bowler, and rather than thinking about how tired they are, they're saying, right, within that 12 balls, within that 18 balls, I've got to hit that mark. I've got to stay focused. I've got to run in. I've got to try and beat that challenge. I really do feel when you're competing against yourself, it's the hardest thing to do to get right, but also you are then really pushing yourself to an upper limit. This drill can be adapted in multiple ways. If you're looking at just bowling in a specific area, whether it be back of a length, whether it be Yorkers, whether it be death bowling, we can select the cones in different areas. But again, always ask the bowler first, where do they want to bowl, and then how can we make it easier for themselves? We play on the mind of the bowler, and therefore they become a little bit more independent in their development and their progress. This is a very simple and basic drill, and it's not changing anything that's been done before, but what it is doing is getting away from the fact that the bowler has to just think about hitting a line in length, and it's also now a challenge for themselves. We step away from the monotony, we step away from the boring, and that challenge becomes that more entertaining factor to keep them engaged. This is really good for young bowlers, especially when they're going through their basics and their fundamentals. If you've liked that video, please do press the like button, please do subscribe, and if you've got any feedback, as always, put a comment down below. That's Buzz About Cricket. My name is Andy Buzzer. Thanks for watching. Always back yourself. See you next time.